Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. The sickness still will not let go. Like, dang it. Oh man, it just does not want to let go. Today especially. It's just like, just go away. I'm tired of being sick. I hate being sick. Hey, you know how when you're like a kid, you always want to be sick so you can skip school? I do not want to be sick ever. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah. Anyway, so if you weren't here last time, we went ahead and built a bit of a bridge and started on a factory over here. We're just gonna make our way over here. We started on a brand new factory, which is going to be the modular engine factory. However, we ran into a bit of an obstacle when building it because of where we're building it. It's going to be right here, but our steel factory is in the way. So last time we decided that we were going to, instead of building the modular engine factory, we're going to do a permanent build for the steel factory. Because this will just be so much better. We can bring iron to it via train, which we'll have to build. We'll have to, in order to make that work fully, we're going to have to build the rail line out this way past the other one, or past the modular engine factory, in order to make that work. So I think we decided that the steel factory was going to go right here, which going to be pretty cool. I think we'll see what happens here. I don't exactly know what type of build we're going to go with, but we're going to try. But it would be really cool to build a steel factory up here on top of this little platform here. We can put down some foundation. Yeah, we're gonna put it with the world grid as well. Start with that, I think. That should work there. Alrighty. Getting there with the platform. Thinking that this is probably gonna be... Ooh, that doesn't belong there. This is probably gonna be the shape of it. I decided to cut the corners. Cutting corners. Decided to cut corners. Make the platform a little more angular. I think I'm going to build a wall that might be a blueprint. Again, kind of like we did with the other factory. I think that would be pretty darn cool. And we're going to... Oops, I'm out of fuel. Use that. So right here, this is the entrance to the factory. This piece here is temporary. It was just, I just wanted to see where this, where the bridge was going to end up when the bridge came this way, the train bridge, and that seemed to have worked out quite well. Can I get back up there? There we go. So I've got 4 train stations up here now. This actually took me about an hour and a half to work out. Because when I'm building factories, I never build them with a plan in mind. I have an idea, and I work off of that idea, and I see what works, and I mold my idea based on what is working in the game, as is what's in front of me. So I never start out with a full plan. I just have an idea, and I go, okay, this is what we're going to do. So, but yeah, so we've got 4 train stations here. We've got 1 train station for coal, 1 for iron. Now, the reason I'm doing a coal train station, bringing in, is because that if I want to expand my steel production far beyond what the coal that is in this location can do, not just these 2 nodes, I'm going to be using those 2 nodes way over there too, and whatnot. If I expand far beyond what the coal can do, I can then import coal to make more steel products. So that's pretty much why I did that. That's why there's 4 train stations here and not 3. And of course there's 4, because we've got, say, like iron, coal, and then we've got the export of steel beams and steel pipe as well. So then we've got the export. And of course, like I said last time, the what you call it, the encased industrial beams are going to be in their own separate factory, because otherwise I'd have to import concrete here, which would be a 5th train station, and then I got to export the encased industrial beams for other factories, which would be a 6th train station, and I think that would just be way too much. So we'll build a separate factory just doing encased industrial beams, because that one's going to need 3 train stations, which is going to be importing concrete, importing the steel beams, and then exporting the encased industrial beams. Now this one's going to be similar to the plastic factory. You may think, oh, this is going to be way too big for your steel factory. No. We're going to have a huge steel factory being made down here. But it is going to be like the plastic factory, where the actual factory portion is above the train station. The train station will be this entire thing will be completely encased in walls and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, I wanted to design a wall that would work. Is this in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, just let this count. Let's see if it's okay, it's in 16, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 16. Okay, so we'll use the Mark 1 then. Blueprinter. We also got to be careful what we place down here too, because this currently that's where the coal is being pulled to the to that factory. And when we have it, I'm actually going to put a train station over at that coal factory over there, that coal plant way over there, because not just for this factory, but also we're going to be mining coal for the coal plant. We might end up moving coal plant at some point. Not really to expand it, but just to kind of get it out of the way. Over here. I mean, of course, we could also just leave it. The only thing left is a coal plant. But I'd like to build a proper kind of coal plant. I think would be really cool. Somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That'll be a side project that we might get done off camera. But yeah, so with this type of build, I'm going to be using obviously we're going to be using steel, because the entire thing's going to be made out of steel. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to decide if we want to put windows in it or not as well. I was going to put the train stations down here, but then I realized there's just not enough room down here. I mean, if I put them long ways where you got train station after a train station, that works. And also with this train station, you can make loops. This is for later, that if it ends up in a situation where I end up, because I don't think I'm going to run this train line clear through the middle here. I was going to, and then decided against it and just didn't move the train stations yet, because there's no need to move them in. We're going to need room in the middle anyway. Yeah, I was going to have a straight through where the main line ran through the train station, but this is just going to be an end one. And what I'll do instead is I'll run the main line that way. Then eventually where it's going to end up is it's going to end up there. You'll see. I've done it before, so it's an absolute pain in the butt. Okay, so this is going to be iron, import, steel. Let's call it steel. Oops. That'll work. Steel factory, iron. Actually, we put iron ore. Okay. So the steel factory, coal. We do raw coal. I'll just put that down as coal. I was gonna say coal ore, but then that didn't make any sense. Also, make sure these are set to unload, because I'll forget this later. I'm kind of liking the 5-car train. It's more than what you could ever need, and it's great. And these will be set to these are set to load automatically, so we don't have to worry about those. I will say steel beams, export. Steel pipes, export. Okay. That'll work there. Alright, cool. Now, steel beams and steel pipe. What I really wish you could do is edit these. Like, let's say I wanted to do half unpainted with like a red finish, or with like a red or whatever. Like maybe the unpainted, when you change the color, it sticks with the same finish. It just changes the color of it. That would be really cool. Or at least do it with the chrome or something. So I guess we'll just do it like this. See, they're mostly black anyway, so we'll go black and red. Because I believe they're both black. Actually, the red's not quite that. The red's more like a... Not quite. It's like a faded red. It's like, yeah, 0.9. And then, yeah, it's like a darker... Actually, gonna save this as like... So now we should have that, yeah. Oops. Oops, good thing I saved it, huh? Oh, and then we get the color bug. Okay. So that'll work there, and then we've got the... I used to have all the, it's more like that, and then it's like, I don't know. I'll paint those later, I suppose. I do know that this one, though, is this. Right? That's what we do with our coal train. The coal train's black with the blue stripe. Okay. So we'll just call that good there. Actually, yeah, I like that red. That red is like... It's a good red, we'll say. Like, it's not the super fiery red, it's more like a... I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But anyway. So, let's go ahead and build this wall real quick. Let's get this blueprinted. And then we can get going on that. So we're going to need a wall that's five walls tall, which is 20 meters. Because each wall is 4 meters tall. So 4 times 5, 20. That makes sense. I actually do have the other wall that I'm going to be using for the modular engine factory, but I'll save that for later. Okay. Alright, so the type of wall we're going to be building, we need to make sure that we only use 0.5 meter foundation with it, so... but it needs to be 4 along. Okay, let's say the 0.5 meter is there. Actually, let's go up one more. Let's go up 6. Okay, so we got our basic wall here. Just gotta figure out what we want to do with that. I want to use these, maybe. But I have to use these smart though. I have to be smart about it. So this wall has to be kind of asymmetrical in order to make that work. So there's our 0.5 meter right there. Let's see, what do we want to do? We can do all kinds of stuff with this. I think this wall could be cool. I was being a pain in the butt. Maybe not. Ooh, you know what? Organization. Yeah. Large billboard. I mean, there's nothing to say that my wall can't go taller than 5. Oops. That's as tall as we can go. That's fine. This, however, is not fine. I'll have to... Wait, no, is that fine? Am I just looking at it weird? No, it's fine. Okay, cool. Just like that. Now you gotta be careful when doing this kind of stuff. Because if you go too crazy, you're going to end up making a very laggy area. I was like, this could be really cool. Do something like this, and then since we've got that color, we could use a black screen. Let's see, layout. So I don't want, we'll just go with this to get rid of the thing. And then just get rid of all the text. So this is the text color. I'm just gonna make it black. This one, however, do that faded red. Let's do a mission strength 3. We'll just do a matte finish so it doesn't use up any graphical stuff that way. The background. Oh. Well, that didn't work. The heck? Select oh, it's because I didn't select it. Okay. That looked pretty weird, huh? It doesn't want to apply it. It's being very... No, it's applied. What is it? Yeah, why is that not working? That's very strange. Yeah, it should be showing up as this, but it's not. Okay, what if we make this one the same? No, that's just now it's just a big red screen. Ah, I can't see. Something is broken. Maybe that one specifically is broken. No, it's just straight up broken. What the heck? I've ever seen that. Oh, now it works. What? I'm confused. Oh, now it's working. Okay. That must have broke the... or must have fixed the bug here. Obviously I didn't want that background, but... I was like, because I've always liked these. Oh, well, it's not. I didn't select it that time. No, I want it the other way. Yeah, swap the colors. Oh, hold on. Gotta change the layout so it fixes it. There we go. Change layout again. Why doesn't that work? It's like it just straight up breaks. Oh, that's not working at all. Oh, there we go. I don't understand. Like, you can see it clearly working here. Okay. So now that we got that working, I don't like the red doesn't work now. Let's try the brighter red. Oh yeah. Now that looks good. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a 4-meter wall here. 4 meter or... I don't know, maybe 2 meter? Okay, I'm gonna clearly have to move that. I think the 2 meter is pretty cool though. Like this. And then upside down version. It's gonna be an absolute pain in my butt. You know what could help though if we get a wall in place. Oh no, because that's there, now it's not going to let me. So what you do is this, and then get rid of that, do this. Could we zoop this up? Oh, we can. Okay, that's a way better idea. I'll make this process a little bit faster. And then we do the inverted. This in and of itself would make a nice wall too. And then we do this. That looks pretty cool. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Very strange. But I think maybe not motion. And we do like, let's see. Is there any other backgrounds? Oh, now that looks funny. Almost looks like lava flowing down. If we actually swap the color to like this, we go black, red, red. Oh, whoops. It's black. It's black, black. It's almost like a waterfall. That is interesting, isn't it? Looks kind of cool. I do like this, but obviously, we're practical. What about this? It's like we could just go straight red. Or like that, yeah, like a fade. No. Definitely not. Alright, so what do you guys think about this? So you got some beams here to kind of separate. This kind of also just hides the screens here. But there's two screens either side. There, and there. And what I did with these screens here is I did this exact thing right here, but I actually flipped it. So this sign and this sign, well, this billboard and this billboard are actually mirrors of each other. That way you don't have to change the color. Plus, if you change the color, for some reason, you don't get the like faded into black here as, on the bottom as you do the top when they're facing the same way. For some reason, I don't know why the fade doesn't work that way, but when you flip it around, it actually works. So we got the horizontal gradient here. But yeah, like I said, so like you would say, just real quickly here, this one and this one. So that one's that one should be here. Actually, don't know if it copies the rotation or not. Okay, so that one's like that, right? And instead of just placing this one like this, we're actually going to flip it. Basically do a mirror of itself, essentially. Well, kind of an upside down mirror, I suppose. I'm going to go to the top here. I'm going to hit Control V. And you see they get that fade. And then if we hit Control V here, there it goes. Sometimes it takes a few tries, and then you get this double fade with the orange in the middle. I think that looks like a really cool wall. Then of course we've got the ramps and stuff to kind of break it up and make it look interesting. And then you got the beams here that kind of cover where the edges come in. And these are painted to carbon steel. I didn't put the edge one on this because it's gonna be a continuous wall. So yeah, let's go ahead and save that as steel wall. And then we're going to select the icon and actually going to put in the 16 by 8 billboard. That way I know it's a billboard wall. I'm going to save blueprint. Okay. Let's go test it out here. I think I'm just going to put it on the edge. I was going to put it back, and then I was just like, no, that's not work. So, blueprints, steel wall. Okay, that's interesting. That's fine. Ooh, that is very interesting. So the steel wall actually sticks out. Okay, let's put that like that then. Actually gonna have to do this. There we go. Yeah, that way when we put the wall downwards, it's not gonna mess it up. But like I said, you also got to be very, very careful about this, because if you do too much, you're going to end up with a lot of lag, because each one of those screens is being rendered. So we're only going to do the two sides. I bet that's going to look really good at night. Oh, you need, oh crap, we're going to have to make more crystal oscillators. Oh, I'm out of fuel again. So we're going to need 40, 80, I'm going to make 160 crystal oscillators real quick. That's going to take a minute. Yeah, definitely going to take a minute. I might get a factory to help me make those. Because it's a manufacturer, right? And we got all the building tools to make that work. Yeah, I just don't have the quartz crystal, I believe it is. So you know how we got this one, which makes the fluctuators, right? What is this out of? It's out of reanimated SAM. Throw some more reanimated SAM in there. Yeah, still plenty of pipe and stuff. We'll have to wait for that to upload. But if we can do something similar here. And I might summer sloop it to make even more. This is all just temporary, you understand? It's all just temporary. Okay. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to shift it over. Well, the cool thing is, it also only needs 3. Yeah, I mean, it's only temporary, so we'll just leave it. Okay, that's gonna make... No, we're not making any of that, but we are making a bunch of this, so... We're gonna overclock it, and then summer slip it as well. I don't really care how it's powered. This is all just temporary, so I can continue building. Alright, so I'm gonna need to go and grab a bunch of quartz crystal, cable, and reinforced plating. Okay. Wait, how much quartz crystal? Ooh, it's a lot. Okay, the reinforced plates, so we'll grab like 10 stacks of cable, 10 stacks of quartz crystal. Actually, we might be able to do that, because we got 5 stacks of quartz. Oops, caps locked is on. There we go. Yeah, and then cable. Yeah, and then reinforced plate. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I forgot I was going to summer sleep it. Alrighty, well then. That's been a little bit. Just a little bit of building here in the nighttime here. Got the walls done. I forgot that it did take me a while because each wall is 40 of those crystal oscillators. Because each wall is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those big screens. But now if we come out here, look at this. Ah, it looks good. Ah, man, this is ruining it. Get out of here. Get that out of here. Oh, dude, that looks so good. Oops. There. Look how it lights up the sand. I mean, I know the sun's coming up too, but that looks so freaking cool, man. I think, yeah, that'll be the thumbnail right there. This floating building. Yeah, look how cool that looks, though. That looks so good. And even over here, look at the side of the cliff here. It's like got this glow, and it goes all the way across. This is crazy. And if you think about it, there's so if it's 80, if it's 40 per wall, and there's 4 sections. So 40 times 4, that is 160. 160 times 2, which is 320. Okay, so 320, and then it was, how many was it on this side? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 and a half. Alright, so 320. Was that plus another 160, right? Plus another 160. And then plus another, so that's 500. The hogs and the spiders are fighting over here. So he won. Of course he did. Them little spiders don't take much damage. So that's 500 plus another 3 more walls, I believe. No, 4 more walls technically, because these front ones, no, these are only a quarter, so it is 3.5, I believe it was. Yeah. So I got this one here, which I had to modify, and then this one. So it's plus another 3 more walls, so that's 40, 80, 80, 90, and that's 100. So plus another 140. So that's 640 crystal oscillators just to make the walls for this sucker. And that's not even all the walls. We're going to go up probably another 4, or another wall section. But yeah, so the wall is kind of too thick in certain spots. It's a little too thick, but no, it's 2 walls thick technically, because these are the screens here. And then, of course, these walls, so they had to match up with this. And stuff. It does look really cool, though, especially at nighttime when it's like the light is like refracting off of the... This is why Lumen is so good. Is because the light is reflecting or refracting, however you pronounce it. It's glowing off of the terrain. Even this light right here, where it's still dark, you can see some like really bright orange, and that is just all of this. I won't do very many factories like this because, as I've said before, this kind of stuff really lags out the game if you get too crazy with it, which I tried my absolute best not to. But I do think it looks really good like that. Makes a nice steel factory, you know. And then, of course, we've got the glow. This was kind of like the glowing of the metal, basically, is what I was trying to go for. And, of course, we're also going to be using the hardened steel ingot, I believe it's called, which is basically, rather than just taking iron ore and coal ore and putting them together in a foundry, you take coal and then you take iron ingots. You take that iron, turn it into iron ingots, and then you take those iron ingots into a foundry with the coal, which then makes the steel. So, yeah, I think that looks really good. I couldn't do a screen right there. That just was not possible. There'd be too much overlap, and since it's a fade, you can't overlap the screens because it's not all one solid color. It'd be glitching like crazy. But yeah, for now though, that does look pretty good. So I think for now though, we're gonna go ahead and leave it here. So next time, obviously, we'll work on the supports and stuff like that. I actually have an idea of what I'm gonna do with those, involving some upside down ramps and stuff, trying to basically reduce the base so that it's supported on this rock rather than just like hanging off in the ether there or putting legs on it. We'll kind of reduce the base downwards in an angled sloped curve slightly fashion. We'll figure something out, and then we'll get that. I know it's not centered on this opening right here, but the actual most of the rock is flat on this, and this is more centered. So, and since it's on the world grid, we'll be able to perfectly line up with our bridge and stuff like that. It's gonna be such a good, take this and then double it on top, because we're gonna do another floor obviously above this. Like, we're gonna have a logistics floor underneath, and then obviously right above that's where all the manufacturing is going to take place and stuff like that. And it's going to be a big steel factory. It's going to be much bigger than that one, obviously. I need to look at my numbers, but we'll see how far it goes. But anyway, with that though, that, like I said, is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So like I said, next time we'll continue to work on this steel factory. Hopefully we'll have it ready and done by the end of the week. Or not the end of the week, but probably the middle of next week. I just remembered what day it was. Like, oh no, that's not going to happen. But for now, though, like I said, that is going to be it. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.